welcome to this first newsletter of 2023. Last Tuesday, we welcomed students back for the 2023 school year, and there was a palpable sense of excitement as they re-engaged with their school friends. The excitement was mixed with trepidation, of course, for our new students, particularly those commencing in Year 7. I spoke to the first gathering of Year 7s and emphasised that really their obligation here at St Joseph's was pretty simple: just to do their best in every aspect of school life and to try and help everybody else do the same. I used the analogy of climbing to the top of the mountain and then reaching down to help other people to the top. At our opening school mass last Friday, I was reflecting that one of our most basic human needs is for connection and belonging. Celebrating the Eucharist as a community confirms our connection to one another and to the worldwide church. And of course, on a more local level, we're also celebrating our membership of the St Joseph's community and to our individual homerooms, year levels and sub-schools. In chatting to a range of students during last week, I had a strong sense of positivity, and I'm confident that our student cohort really do feel this connection. They feel that they belong. And I'm also confident that they've started the year across the board extremely well. The hard copy of this newsletter has a table with all of our new teachers and support staff. We have about 15 or so new teachers this year and about 33 new staff all up, including a range of new learning diversity officers, some new administration staff, and a range of people in other roles. It was good at our opening mass to welcome these people to our community and bless them. We have a new parent information night coming up next week. Families of all students new to the school, including those in Year 7, are asked to attend next Monday. The evening will commence with hospitality from 5:30 p.m, with presentations commencing at 6:15 in the college gym. Invitations have been sent to families and are also posted on our website. I wanted to just say a few words about fees and funding. We're committed to keeping our fees at the lowest level possible. We receive government funding based on the average taxable income of our families within the community, and this is calculated as a number referred to as the CTC, or capacity to contribute. The higher this figure is, the less or the lower amount of government funding we receive, and vice versa. This year, our capacity to contribute has increased from 101 to 102, which means there will be a slight reduction in the level of government funding that we receive. However, I'm glad to inform everybody that there will be no increase in school fees beyond the modest increase advised last year. We've provided all of our families with fee statements recently, and I just want to clarify, they include a sum of $80 for the Edmund Rice Foundation Australia. This is a voluntary contribution, and families have been advised of that earlier in the year or late last year in an Operoo message that details our fee schedule. That Edmund Rice Foundation Australia donation last year allowed us to put a sum of just on $100,000 into that foundation, and that is used to support a variety of charitable works, including health and education in East Africa, women and children's initiatives, and also some support for Edmund Rice Camps Australia, which supports disadvantaged young people. There is also a link in the hard copy of this newsletter to the foundation website if you're interested in finding some more about the good works done by the Edmund Rice Foundation Australia. It's also important to note that the voluntary contribution to this foundation is separate to our fundraising, which we conduct as part of our celebration of Edmund Rice Day in May. And we use that money primarily to support St Joseph's Vocational School in Kenseka, Uganda. Speaking of Kenseca, I was in contact with the parish priest there, Father Emma, a number of times over the holidays, and he sent me a summary of the achievements in that college last year. And of course, we've been supporting that school, having purchased land, funded most of the building costs and the ongoing costs of running the school now for about probably 20 years, and we're seeing some real progress. So Father Emma reports that a new 3-classroom block was completed and became operational last year. They have had successful applications into the Edmund Rice Foundation Australia for some specific support for teaching tailoring and brickmaking to their young people. They've developed a strategic plan. They have some 3-phase solar power in train, and really significantly, they have the government on side who have indicated that they may be prepared to start paying teacher salaries, which of course is great news because we've been paying those up until now through funds raised on Edmund Rice Day and through the Parents and Friends Fashion Dinner. Father Emma's report also notes that there's still plenty of ongoing challenges there, including drought in the region. That means it's more difficult for them to grow food to provide lunches for students. They also have an ongoing problem with no electricity that makes things pretty difficult. So our community is providing hope and creating a future for the families of Kenseca, and that's something that we should be really proud of. And I'd like to leave you with a thought for the start of the year, and it's something that Pope Francis wrote recently, as follows: "You can have flaws, be anxious and even be angry, but don't forget that your life is the greatest enterprise in the world. Only you can stop it from failing. You are appreciated, admired and loved by so many. Remember that being happy is not about having a sky without a storm, a road without accidents, a job without effort, a relationship without disappointments. To be happy is to stop feeling like a victim and become the author of your own fate. It's walking through deserts, but being able to find an oasis deep in the soul. It's thanking God each morning for the miracle of life. It's kissing your children, cuddling your parents, having poetic moments with your friends, even when they may have hurt you. Being happy is letting the creature that lives in each of us free, joyful and simple. You have the maturity to be able to say, I've made mistakes. It's having the courage to say, I'm sorry. It's having the sense to say, I need you. It's having the ability to say, I love you. May your life become a garden of opportunities for happiness, that in the spring you may be a lover of joy and in the winter a lover of wisdom. And when you make a mistake, start over, because only then will you be in love with your life. You'll discover that being happy isn't about having a perfect life. Use your tears to irrigate tolerance. Use your defeats to train your patience. Use your mistakes with the serenity of a sculptor. Use pain to tune into pleasure. Use obstacles to open the windows of intelligence. Never give up. Above all, never give up on the people who love you. Never give up on being happy, because your life is an incredible spectacle. I think that's a lovely thought to start the year with. God bless.